Show be where you rank it. If he wants to rank it where he wants to rank it, that's on him. What else you got?
The worst, it's Gotham.
Easily.
It's getting worse and worse. It started out good. Like a couple people I'm talking to, they should have just kept it a detective show.
That's what Payne said. All the same shit all the time.
when it was a detective show, when you had bits and pieces of, superhumans and stuff like that, it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you make it all about them. Oh, Bill Reeve, and then they got loose, and now it's just like you don't know how many are out there. You don't know what powers they had.
And they all just seem to stop.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden,
you got a Bruce Wayne clone out there.
A Bruce Wayne clone, which I think they're trying to make his brother, But it's too much. It's just too much. Just make it, the Quarter Owls. He didn't even know about the Quarter Owls when he was this young.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he knows the intricacies. How did he forget all that? And then when he get older, they come back. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all.
I feel at this point in time, it looks like they're doing an interpretation on there of the Gotham, how it was with Batman as young. But as far as TV show goes, I think as a whole this year, 2016, they did it pretty good. I was impressed. I liked the crossover event that the CW did with all the shows. That was real good.
3 hours and
2 minutes, 5 minutes.
That was pretty darn good. The Daredevil season 2 was solid. Punisher is.
Yeah, but
people can't wait to see what they continue to do with Punisher.
He gonna be crazy.
It's going to be very good because his John Bernthal, who played him, did an excellent job.
I had Punisher now.
Had me impressed I was like, wow, this is actually amazing for Punisher. He held the show for me. Luke Cage was amazing. I was very highly impressed with what they did and everything. Although the last couple episodes went really comic bookish on me, and I was like, wow, they're keeping it real comic bookish as opposed to keeping it more real life. And they were like, no, we're going to slide in a little bit comic book in here on you guys. Which they still had to do, because technically if you watch the show, they had to do it. It was no other way to do it. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah, it was solid. They finally made up for all the mistakes they did in the past and learned from their errors.
They only made mistakes in that first season.
You think so?
Yeah, after Captain America Winter Soldier and they destroyed S.H.I.E.L.D., man, it took off after that.
They did okay, but I didn't like
Working in the shadows.
I didn't like how the good guy became the bad guy who was with Hydra the whole time, and then he just would not die for the longest, and they just finally killed him off like the previous season.
They come back.
And it's impossible to come back to that.
Yeah, he blew up in space. But then again, this is the comic industry, and they have a way to write up anything.
It's a way.
Although he should not.
The Joker
he better not.
I don't want to know that.
And Gotham lost me for a while, and I was never a strong fan of it, but I'll eventually give them another chance. Right now, they're not getting any chance from me right now. But that's just my opinions on the comic books for the TV shows and everything. As far as comic books go, for 2016, the comic book industry with all their comic books was pretty solid. As always, they did a whole bunch of stories, a whole bunch of new comics. They split up a lot of comic books. They gave a whole bunch of comic book characters more than one comic book, and they did what Marvel was thought they were going to do, which was try to put feud between the Inhumans and the X-Men in the comic books. And it was interesting. And Black Panther came out with a new one in 2016, and it was all good and everything. So, as far as comic books go, in 2016, how did you feel?
In total, or we're doing best and worst? You gotta give me which direction.
You're right. As a whole, we're not going to do best and worst. We're just going to do We're just going to do comic books as a whole.
We're not doing best and worst at all.
No.
He went so bad.
I'm doing best and worst.
I know you do. I know you will.
Best comic book, single issue comic book, for me was probably DC Rebirth. Not the not the entire rebirth part of like everybody gets a whole new comic, but that. Yeah, most people do. But it was a banger. Wally Flash, I about to say his name wrong.
They said they're gonna talk about Dr. Manhattan and shit too.
I need that. That's in 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
But yeah, figuring out that Dr. Manhattan is like the big bad guy, changing the whole universe. Wally West coming out of the Flashpoint, such a touching moment, crying, trying to find somebody to remember him. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay.
The worst one. The worst comic book I read. I'm not. It was I can't think of the name. Spider-Gwen. That sucked.
Just nothing else.
That just sucked. I'm sitting there reading it like, I spent my money on this.
What was so bad about it? The story, the artwork, the
artwork's not. I'm not gonna say anybody's artwork is bad because it just may not be for me. Like I don't want to say somebody's music is bad. Like I wouldn't go say country music is bad. It's just not for me.
Right.
But Spider-Gwen's artwork was not for me. I say that.
So just in a whole, every piece was just